are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm enjoying myself at FanFest, and I'm so excited to meet you finally in person. It's been a year since we were on the podcast itself, but now we get to hang out for a moment, and I really appreciate you and everything you're doing.
I know. And then, they're raffling that picture that Dennis had done of Frank, which is absolutely incredible.
It is incredible.
So I see people are buying a lot of the raffle tickets and everything. So I'm proud that he's still remembered. I mean, I always say to the fans that without the fans, we would not be having this event.
Very true, very true. And he's definitely remembered to this day, and he'll be remembered forever.
He certainly will. And for people like you that help it along, the family, thanks you.
Thank you very much. Barbara Goodish, make sure you follow Barbara Goodish. Any Bruiser Brody stuff you want signed or buy it from her. Message her on Facebook. That's right, Bruiser Brody. Check it out.
Check it out. Huss.
Hanging out with Cosmic right here. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing fine.
Right. You had quite the match in the Rumble.
I know, right? I'm still feeling it.
You kicked ass, though. Good job, good job. All right, let everybody know what you're selling.
I'm selling T-shirts. So this is my art. I mean, I didn't draw it, but I paid for it. Close enough, right? This little crop top, it says your daddy's favorite. Photos. I got my little stickers and an acrylic stand. Here she is. Cute, right? You can put her on your desk and look at her and fall in love like you're doing with me. And these stickers are free, so you can feel free to grab those if you want.
All right, where can everybody get this great merch you got going?
So you can obviously hit me up on my Instagram. It's Yes Cosmic, as in Yes Cosmic, anything you want on at IG, and I'll send it out to you guys as soon as you purchase it.
All right, make sure everybody follows Cosmic. Who taught you how to rap?
Well, I spent some time working at McDonald's, and part of like their training is like you gotta take the things and you gotta like fold them the right way, you gotta wrap them the right way. So like I didn't last very long, as you could tell. I just wasn't. It wasn't for me. Like it wasn't for me. It's not for everybody. I'm currently jobless outside professional wrestling, so I really hope that this takes off because the cardboard box like just isn't keeping me insulated at night anymore.
You need to put your priorities in.
You think I should go back to McDonald's?
No.
You think Ronald will take me back? Ronald.
Grimace.
Yeah. Well, Grimace is working with the Mets now. So do you think I could get a job with the Mets?
Probably.
Get a good job with
probably be in the starting lineup for the Mets.
Starting lineup for the Mets. I'll take that.
I don't think that's gonna work.
You don't think that's gonna? Why don't you think it's gonna work?
I don't think it's gonna work. Anyway.
I just want to say that it was super rude of you to walk away from me earlier.
Talking to the New York State champion, you're going to have to pay up.
Do you take kale?
Dude, goodbye.
Whip wreck, case in, doesn't matter.
We'll see what happens, but it looks like we have a special guest. Get my earplugs on.
No. You was looking for Tina, and then you talk about people.
Dominate tonight, all right? The Dirty Deeds, they got nothing.
We're now the new Starlet champion. What's going on?
Hi, I am fearless princess, so why not team up?
All right, now just announced by Mr. Joel Maximo for February.
Finisher is called the Shadow Band, and I was like, that's kind of.
Hold on. Let me speak. Okay?
But today I got a very special guest. I got the great.
Welcome everybody to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank, and NWA Week continues. Let me bring to you my next guest for NWA Week, the one, the only, Lili La Pescadita.
Hey!
What's up?
What's poppin'? How are you?
Didn't think I could say it though, right?
What was that?
Didn't think I could say La Pescadita, right?
No, actually, I'm pleasantly surprised.
I mean, I am
did it
Latino.
with the accent and with everything, so it's
I,
perfect.
I'm Latino, so.
Hey, okay, there you go. So that gives it away.
Yeah, that gives it away. That's right. Now you are the current Northland Pro Wrestling Women's Champion.
Yes.
When do you defend that title next?
Oh gosh. So a little bit about Northland. So it's been kind of on a little hiatus for a few months. So the last time I defended it was actually in February. So I've been champ forever without having to defend it. So hey, that if that's what works, I'll take it. I got a
That's
belt, so we're good.
that's a good deal.
Right?
Now you have
So
something
yeah,
coming
they'll
up.
come back soon. I think they're gonna have a show in November or December of this year.
Okay.
So we're kind of looking at the dates.
Who did you have that last match with?
With Lulu La Reina. She's another pro wrestler out of Chicago.
Okay, awesome. And that's your home base is Chicago.
Yes, that's right. The streets of Chi-Town, Illinois, baby.
Chi-Town, Illinois. And then you also got this coming up as you're taking on, I hope I'm saying it, Amina Belmont?
Amina.
It's close. Saturday, October 5th.
Yes, that's coming up. I'm really excited for that. It's going to be popping. I've been at the Forge in Joliet one time when they had their show Ego Pro back in March, I believe, as a fan. So I didn't get to work, but I was there, helping with the ring setup and stuff, meeting people. I met Ego. It was awesome. So now to be on the show coming up October 5th, it's really exciting. And I have family in Joliet too, so I get to have some of my family come and see me work. And hopefully get that dub.
That is awesome. I'm sure you're gonna pick up the dub.
Yeah, hell yeah.
100%. But this Saturday is the big one. We got NWA 76 Philadelphia.
Yup, that's coming up. I'm counting down the days. How many days? 4 more days before the big day?
4 more days.
Yep.
4 more days. And you're in that Burke Invitational. So tell me, what does it mean for you to be in the Burke Invitational?
Oh, so much. Because it's like competing against the top women. It is just insane. I've been doing this for a little over 2 years now with pro wrestling. And excuse my distraction, my mom just walked into my room.
I figured that was your mom.
You can see her in the mirror a little bit. I just got back from the gym and she brought me my little turkey, my little protein shake to eat. So there you go. That's my mama. But anyways, yes, NWA 76. So yeah, being in the ring with the top tier women, oh my God, like it's just such an opportunity, an incredible opportunity. And I've worked some of those women I've been able to work at NWA Chicago, which has been amazing, a great like precursor to NWA 76. But a lot of them I haven't locked up with yet. So I'm very interested. I'm very excited. And I'm ready to kind of measure myself up. I'm interested to see how I measure up to these ladies. There's a lot of pros, there's a lot of vets, signed talent. So there's so many people who have a name for themselves. And here's little old me, with my trencitas coming through, but we're gonna make an impact. That's the goal.
Man, what a show it's gonna be in Philadelphia. And you will go up against, if you pull it off, you win. You'll go up against the one and only Kenzie Page, who is the NWA World Women's Champion, who's celebrating 1 year as the reigning defending champion. What are your thoughts on Kenzie?
Kenzie's a beast. Like you can never tell like what she's gonna pull, like what move she's gonna pull. Like she has like a deep bag of like tricks. I've worked Kenzie before, so that gives me a little bit of an upper hand. I've worked her before at NWA Chicago. And it was a singles match for the championship, actually. Wow. And to be able to be in that ring with her, like, just meant so much. She's damn good. She's damn good. Like, there's no other way I can explain it. And her psychology, like her level of work, her competitiveness, her like fierceness, and her wrestling. She wrestles like an animal, and that's what I want. That's what I want to do, and that's what I want to continue to learn and do eventually. So. Hell yeah, that's the goal, to win and to face her again for a little rematch.
That's right.
I'm down for that.
I'd love to see that happen for you. And of course, there's her sister Kylie as well.
Yes, I have not worked Kylie, so I'm curious. I know obviously they're sisters, so they must work very similarly. And I've seen a lot of Kylie matches as well. So she's going to be in the gauntlet. So that's going to be very interesting.
That's very interesting.
Hopefully I have a little bit of an upper hand because I've already faced Kenzie.
Right.
So we'll see.
That's it. Very interesting. I didn't know she was going to be in the gauntlet itself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, that could cause some family drama.
I know, right? Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Just putting it out there.
Right?
It's possible.
You heard it here first.
That's right. All right, let's go to your history a little bit. First of all, tell us how you fell in love with professional wrestling. Let's start with that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, my man's been wrestling for close to 9 years now. His name is Victor Enestra. El Sueño Enestra. He's out of Chicago too.
El Sueño, I
And
like that.
El Sueño, yeah, he's the dream. He says he's everyone's dream. I'm like, yeah, okay. But he comes out of Chicago, and being able to see him start from nothing, like he's obviously was a fan when he was growing up and stuff as a kid, like a lot of pro wrestlers are.
Right.
I wasn't, so I never watched pro wrestling when I was a kid. Like I'm brand new to this. So to see him come up to me one day and say, "Hey, you know, like I want to wrestle. I want to do pro wrestling, and there's a school nearby, and I want to try it out." And then he did it, and I just have seen him grow, like from who he is, like, you know, in the beginning days up until now, and it's like just such a huge change. And the type of person that he is in the ring is crazy different. Like when you talk to him, like he's a very chill guy. Like I'm going like 1,000,000 miles an hour. He's going like 10 miles an hour. He's chill, you know, he's like reserved. But in the ring, it's like a whole nother person. I'm like, who the hell is that? And like, damn, like, okay, I see you.
He's El Sueño.
Yeah, it's el sueño. That's right. It's el sueño. Es mi sueño. No, but it's like really fun to see that, and I think that was definitely a huge inspiration for me. Being able to see him go, like, just become confident in the ring, and then the passion that he talked about wrestling with me. He would talk about his matches. He would talk about so many things, and I was like, I want to experience that. Like, I don't know exactly what that is, you know, or how it works wrestling wise, but like, I want to experience that passion. And so one day I was like, I want to do this. I want to try. I want to see what I got. I've seen a lot of women in the industry too, you know, like a lot of Chicago girls, a lot of women in the scene here in the Chicago indie scene, which is like really popping. And I was like, I've always been a competitive person. So I was just one day like, I want to try that. I want to see what I got. I want to see how I stack up. And so, yeah. So then one day I told him, and he was like surprised. He's like, really? Because I've never talked to him about it.
Right.
And then he's like, okay, well, you want to come to Chicago Style Wrestling with me, which is my home promotion in Chicago. And I went and I sat in for a class that day. I talked to Steve Boz. He's amazing. He's my trainer. And Jason Hades or Jason Paul. That's another one of my trainers. And yeah, then that's how we got started. It was a very scary day, but we got through it.
I'm sure. Now, how did your initial training go for you?
It was like a culture shock, you know. It was just something that, like, the one thing that I always remember is that day. I was really excited to go train. I was a power lifter. I'm still powerlifting. Right now I'm focusing on like bodybuilding stuff in the gym. But powerlifting is squat, benching, and deadlifting the most weight that you can, right? And you train like that and you compete like that. And I got injured that year, 2021. So I was going to compete in a national level competition with powerlifting. I got injured. And then I was like, you know what? It's time to go all in with pro wrestling because I'm ready. I'm burnt out, you know, with powerlifting. So then that's why when I got to the pro wrestling, to the training center, so we call it the Bazatorium. That's Steve Baz's place. Bazatorium. It was great because when we got there, I was really excited. I had a wrestling dream the day before because I was so pumped. And that first day I ran the ropes and I remember it hurt. My back hurt. Like I got bruised. Like it was crazy. I've never experienced that. And then they said, we're going to show you how to take your first back bump. And I was like, what's that? And they're like, well, you're going to fall. You're going to fall backwards.
Right.
And you're going to throw yourself basically. And I'm like, huh? Like, what are you talking about? Because, you know, when you fall, you want to put your hand down to like stop yourself from falling. They're like, no, you're going to actually throw yourself down now. And there's a technique to it. And the thing with wrestling school, I don't know how other places do it, but at CSW, everyone's standing around the ring, like watching you on your first day and just like staring at you. And I'm just like, oh my God, nobody look. Like, why are you guys looking?
Oh man, that's intimidating.
Yeah, it was very scary. But yeah, I was able to do it. The first thing that I did that day was someone was like on all fours and I sat on their back and just practiced like falling backwards. And that was still scary. And it wasn't even that high, you know? So the back bump was, I was very sore. My neck was sore. My whole entire body was sore. But it was the culture shock that ended up happening. I'm still having that to this day because I'm learning new stuff every single day. But it was intense.
Awesome. Now I have a question for you from Serena, the executive booker of the show. If you
Oh
had to pick,
yes,
if you had to pick one woman to team up with, who would you pick?
one woman to team up with. Oh my God, that is hard. There's so many good ones. Like
That's
honestly, off the
tough.
top of my head, Tiffany Nieves. I
Tiffany
love
Nieves.
Tiffany, La Princesa. Like that's my girl right there. Like Tiffany, she can be like a friend of me, you know. Like
Right.
we wrestled. We've had a triple threat at NWA Chicago,
Uh-huh.
and she, you know, came up with her win in a she took advantage of the situation and she won. She pinned me. But I think she's just such a great competitor. She's so smart, you know, and she's always good vibes all around, you know, whether she is a friend or an enemy in the ring, it's all love, you know. And so I would love to team up with Tiffany. Tiffany's a beast.
All right. Serena says you can pick one more. You
One
can pick
more?
more than one.
Oh my gosh, one more. Well, I know. Masha Slamovich. I love Masha Slamovich, man. She's one of my dream matches. She's such a beast. Like when I watch her wrestle, especially the intergender stuff, like I know intergender wrestling is not for everybody. Like a lot of people have their thoughts on that and stuff. But I always feel like if it's done right, it's a banger, you know? And I think Masha Slamovich knows how to do those matches right. And that's what I want, you know, like I want to be able to pull off a match with anybody, like male or female. I want to pull off a match and pull off a banger. And I've been able to see her live. Thankfully, I've been able to meet her. And I've been able to tell her, like, yo, one day I would love to work you. And she was so humble, so cool, like so chill. And yeah, so Masha, definitely for sure. I'd love to team up with her. I can't hear you.
It's my ear. I think I broke it, but I knew Masha when she first started because she's from up here in the Northeast. So I remember where she was then and where she is now. And it's like amazing all the things she's done. So that would be a great. I'd love to see that match one day.
Oh,
So
amen to that.
You gotta let us know.
Yeah, hell yeah. I've been like wanting to drop into the training center where she trains.
Yes,
and
she trains out here.
I've been wanting to get my ass up there. So we'll see. One of these days we'll get up there.
All right. Come down. Come hang out with Masha.
Yes.
Serena wants to know what made you want to get into powerlifting.
Powerlifting? The competitiveness, honestly. Like right before powerlifting, I was a soccer player. Soccer is still my first love. Like I love playing soccer. Like I played soccer for like over 10 years.
Right.
I remember I would play like every day, like of the week, indoor, outdoor, twice a day. Like it was crazy. And then again, when I met Vic, you know, he was always in the gym and stuff lifting. And it's the same story, honestly, with me. Like with powerlifting, one of our friends was lifting with my man and he's like a skinny guy. And I'm like, if that skinny dude can lift weights, I could do it too. Come on now. So then I tried it and I liked it. And powerlifting is so fun. One of our friends introduced us to it because we would just lift for fun, you know, we not really knowing what we were doing. And then one of our friends started competing in powerlifting, and that was super intriguing to the both of us. I would say like we're both really competitive people, but I know speaking for myself, like I'm very competitive. So when it comes down to like seeing how much you can lift and also breaking those like mental barriers of like lifting weights in the gym, like for women, it was so intimidating for me to go into the free weight section and put a barbell on my back. I was always so nervous, like, oh my God, like, am I doing this right? Like, I feel weird, you know, I feel dumb or whatever. But when I started learning how to like perfect my form with squats, especially, which is my favorite lift, I realized that like a lot of people like were like complimenting me and saying like, oh damn, like, oh, you can lift, like that's cool. And it's like earning the respect, you know, the respect in that community. So powerlifting is that for me. Powerlifting has always been about like earning the respect, but it's also like a very you versus you type of sport. Yes, when you compete in the bigger competitions, yeah, you're going against other people in your weight class and you're seeing who can pull the most weight or whatever. But at the end of the day, like it's you versus you in the gym, you know? And I think that just going in there and breaking those barriers in your brain, you know, and putting yourself through like a prep for a competition is like one of the hardest things. Usually for prep is like 12 weeks before you compete. And so you basically are increasing weight for all 3 of those lifts as time goes by. And it's so hard because you go through injuries, you go through mental stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that happen, in that process. But being able to embrace that process, I think for me is what attracted me to powerlifting 100%.
Awesome. We got another question for you from someone. Angel Cologne. Would you work out with Jordan Grace or who would you like to?
Of course. Oh my God. Jordan Grace is such a monster. That's another person she's on my bucket list too. Like I hear she's like, so I'm 5'2", and I hear that she's shorter than me. So I'm like,
really?
What? Yeah, I think she's 5 or 5'1" or something like that, no? And I met Masha, and Masha's my height. It's so crazy to like meet these people because on TV or whatever they look larger than life. But like when you meet them, you're like, you size them up and you're like, God,
you're like, wait a minute.
You're smaller than me. What the fuck? Like, whoa. I would love to work out with Jordan Grace. Like, I love her stuff. And she also has a powerlifting background too. In fact,
she does.
So yeah, she's so strong. She's
very strong. Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be like Jordan Grace.
I can confirm Masha's small. Like I've been next to her. Like you watch all the videos of all the vlogs I did like 7 years ago, and she's like so tiny compared to me. I'm like, but it's pretty cool. All right, we got another question from Mike. Pescadita Ruiz, we miss seeing you at shows of late. We love you and proud of you for the NWA.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, like a lot of I know for NWA Chicago, we have the last show we had was, God, when was it? Last month, 2 months ago? I know there was like a little mini break with NWA Chicago. But I know that NWA Chicago is going to come back either September or October. So one of those days. So we'll be able to see each other there at NWA Chicago for sure.
Awesome.
But working the indie scene. Oh, what were you going to say? Sorry.
No, I was going to say, are you going to be here when they come to Queens?
I don't know. I hope. I mean,
maybe world champion.
I'm praying. I'm praying. Like, I know it's going to be like a tough road. Of course, it's not going to be easy because, like I said, like you just have so much talent like on that roster, and a lot of people too who are like not signed to NWA are coming in too part of that gauntlet. So it's gonna be very challenging. Kayla Rossi, she made waves. Her promo was, that fired me up. Did you see her promo?
No, I didn't. I haven't seen. I saw the flyer for her being on it.
Yeah, I didn't see her go watch her promo. She goes ham, and so when she dropped her promo, I also dropped my promo, which is more kind of like a workout vlog, but a Philly workout vlog. But when she dropped that promo, that's another person where I'm like, oh snap! Like, all right, I see you. Like
the latest NWA promo I saw was my pals, the Slime Balls.
Oh yes, I did see that promo too.
They always kill me. All the time they kill me with their stuff. I love it. Did you see the slime logo?
I did.
I told Tommy and I told Joe. I said that's got to be a shirt. Come on.
Yeah, I know, obvious. Right? That would look cool.
That's obvious.
I like that.
All right, what else we got? Serena says Google said Jordan is 5'3".
She's taller than me.
She's tiny.
Oh my God.
Wow.
She's an inch taller than me. And she wears lifts in her boots. I seen her boots. They have some lifts, so that probably gives her that extra inch.
So does Jericho. Jericho wears those too.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I seen remember when Jordan Grace went on NXT?
Yes.
Her and Roxanne are like almost the same height, and I thought Roxy. I haven't met her like in person, but I also hear she's tiny. I mean, she looks absolutely tiny. So when I saw her and Jordan stand next to each other, I was just like, damn, they're small. But I mean, I think I'm right there with them too. So
you could take them on. What does Mike say?
I know,
Mike says, Ethan told me to say hi to you.
Who?
Ethan. I don't know who Ethan is.
Hi, Ethan.
Hi, Ethan, whoever you
What's
are.
Up?
Let's jump out of wrestling for a moment. So what do you like to do for hobbies besides powerlifting and stuff like that?
Besides powerlifting, I like to do a lot of stuff. I work in the creative, my shoot job, which AKA means real job for those people who don't know about pro wrestling. Because I'm learning the lingo now, look at me. I'm actually an associate producer at a media company. So wow. I do a lot of creative work. our focus is telling stories, like long form stories of
Right.
Latinos in the US. So
That's awesome.
for example, like our latest podcast was about Juan Gabriel, Mexican icon. He's like
Okay.
comparable to Michael
Icon.
Jackson. Yeah,
Right.
icon. He's crazy.
100%.
But like we've done a lot of different, cool stories, and I love to write. So I love to do like writing, storytelling. In college, the only reason I say that I graduated and I feel that I graduated was because I was able to write stuff about my mom and my grandma, like poetry and short stories and stuff that like inspired me from what they've done in their lives.
Right.
And so that's definitely a big hobby of mine. I also sing. So me and my dad sing in church. We sing in quinceañeras and bodas. Book us if you want.
Really?
To sing.
Okay.
At your quinceañera, your boda. But we sing like church on Sundays and stuff too. I love to sing. It's a way I connect with my dad, honestly. Like it's really fun to do. I love to dance. So like I used to, not no more, but I used to go out all the time to the clubs, I know that kind of scene like is kind of like non-existent now. Yeah.
I know the same scene.
Right? Oh my God. I'm a millennial. So, I think we grew up with like the sweet spot of clubbing and our business casual attire, So it was popping. It was crazy when I was growing up and stuff, going out to dance.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun. I don't do that no more, because now I have wrestling shows that I go to, and
Me
how
too.
that is, coming back home late as hell.
Me too. Traveling and all that stuff.
Traveling, oh my goodness. Like a good night is like after a show going to like Cane's or going to get some food and like just chilling, talking about it like a banger match, which hopefully we have banger matches. And then like just going to sleep happy, like showering and just chilling. But yeah, there's
awesome.
I'm an all around, like I'm very like what do you call that word? Like I have a lot of different things that I love to do.
Awesome.
But that's why I feel like pro wrestling is kind of like a weird, interesting combination of all that stuff, because you get to perform in front of people, you get to practice your interpersonal skills, with people and stuff. You get to be creative. It's a really fun space.
Awesome. All right, name me 2 favorite singers that you listen to.
2 favorite singers that I listen to. Oh, Selena Quintanilla, obviously.
Selena, okay.
Selena, anything for Selena. That's
Anything
my girl
for Selena.
right there. I love Selena.
So
I love her disco medley on YouTube. I always like sing it. I like crazy. I'm like yelling at the top of my lungs. So Selena for sure. Oh God, the other one. Who's another person or group that I like? Off the top of my head, I don't know another singer that I like.
Really?
I would probably say I like, I'll give you a category, like bandas. I love bandas. Like Mexican paisa as bandas.
Right.
Like tamborazo. Like I love the type of music like with the drum and the like where we can all dance like duranguense and like whatnot. Right. Like that's my thing. When it's a live banda, especially, it's so fun. I just went to a wedding 2 weeks ago as a guest, like, and they had like a banda, like a live band with the trompetas and the freaking trombone and the tuba and everything, and it was really fun. So I love to dance to that too, and I love to listen to that type of music.
Awesome. I'm gonna name you a couple of mine. You ready?
Yeah.
Rosalia. Her voice is amazing.
Her voice is damn good.
Amazing. It's unlike anything.
It's like buttery, right?
Right. Yeah. It's so soothing. I can't explain it. Farruko.
Ooh, okay.
That's a good one. You like dance music? That's the guy.
Yep.
And of course, one of my all-time favorites is the one and only Bad Bunny.
Of course, Bad Bunny is awesome.
He is awesome. And he wrestles.
And he wrestles. I was gonna say that. Respect to him, because not anybody, has the patience to go through and take it seriously. From what I've read, he was very dedicated to the craft,
Yeah.
Sometimes there's people who like come into this and they're like, they disrespect it. They're like, that's easy, whatever. And it's like, no, bro, you can't.
No, he went all in.
He did.
No pun intended.
I enjoyed watching that match. It was really cool.
What about that crowd in Puerto Rico? Oh my God.
That crowd was crazy. Imagine wrestling with that crowd. Like
That's
you're in the
crazy.
ring, you just like kind of like get like the reception that those guys got. Like, damn,
Amazing.
chills down my
Good
spine.
stuff. Yeah, me too. I felt the same way when I was watching. Like, oh, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, like damn. I would love to go wrestle in Puerto Rico. Like I have a few friends that I've met through wrestling who are from Puerto Rico and they also train there and stuff. I would love to go down there and work and, you know, just go to a new place, you know, meet new people and wrestle like in a different place. Also like international, Japan, Mexico, of course, England, of course, like so many places I'd love to go. Australia, it's another one.
Australia's a good one. Now I know a Puerto Rican wrestler comes up here a lot. I don't know if you know her, Nahia Robles.
Of course, I know her.
La
I
chica de
haven't
la.
had the pleasure of working her, but I've met her at a show in Iowa, Honor Among Wrestling. Shout out to them. And it was she's so super nice. She's great.
I just saw her in Connecticut. She was doing a show out here.
Yeah,
that I was in. Yeah. I got to commentate her match. It was my first commentary gig, and I commentated her match, which was freaking awesome. Because I've known her for like a year now from other shows that we've been at. So I'd like to see you have a match with her here.
That'd be fun.
I'm gonna mention it to her when I see her next.
Oh yes, plant that seed.
I'm gonna plant the seed on her. Like, by the way, favorite soccer team.
Favorite soccer team? Oh geez, you know, sadly I haven't watched soccer like that ever since like back in 2010, 2011 was like Real Madrid and Barcelona. Like I haven't really watched it like that. I used to love, obviously, I mean my Mexico team, but a lot of my players are gone, and they suck now. Sadly, sorry guys. I love you guys, but yeah. Other than that, I really don't have like a favorite like team per se. But I love to watch it though. I love to watch soccer like highlights. My dad always watched like highlights on YouTube, and I just sit down and we just kind of watch it together. And we're just like, damn. And I have a friend who I used to play soccer with. She's a professional soccer player in Mexico.
Wow.
Who is she with right now? Off the top of my head, I don't remember what team she's in, but she is such a beast, and she's young. She's like 21, and she's already pro over there. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, to watch her trajectory, I'm like, oh my god, like I know her. Like this is crazy.
That's awesome. That's good stuff, man. I got a question for you. How'd you feel about Damien being the face of WWE as El Campeón, respecting the Latino community?
Oh, amazing. Anytime, you know, obviously anytime you see like Latinos like making it, that's like extra, you know. It's always fun. It always like, it's like, especially, you know, how he like speaks some Spanglish in there and stuff, and of course some Spanish. Same thing with Dominic, like, you know, always like mixing in like the Spanish and stuff in there. Like it just connects, and you just understand, and you connect, and you get it. It's just all love. Like you just appreciate it that much more. You know, so of course it's always really fun to watch that.
It's awesome. Everything Damien sacrificed to be where he's at.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know if you saw that documentary. I was like, wow.
That is insane. To see his journey, like that's dedication. That is like, you know, tunnel vision. Yeah. And it's so inspiring because, you know, you've been in this business for a minute, like wrestling, and me as a new person, like I already kind of like see this, but it's like you have to have that tunnel vision, you know, because sometimes you might like, you can't compare yourself to others is what I've been learning and realizing and stuff, you know, like sometimes like you might try to do that and then you fall into this like bad space where you're like, why am I not getting that opportunity? Why is that person getting it? Like, you know, why this, why that? And it's like you have to
totally understand.
Ooh, right? It's like
even as a podcaster, I get it.
It's a thing. It's a
frustrating.
Thing. Yeah, and it's a real thing, you know. And it's like it's a natural emotion to have, but at the same time, like that's why it's so important to have like your people, you know, like people who like support you and uplift you, because when those times do come, and they will come, like your people will hold you up and say, hey, like it's all good, you know, like don't worry, like you're on the right path. Yeah. And I feel like with Damien, exactly.
I'm sure you do.
Oh God, yeah, definitely. I have my few select, you know. And like for Damien, like going through everything that he's gone through, getting to where he is now, like it's just having that tunnel vision, you know, and just making sure that you keep it real with yourself, you know, and not like fall into that weirdness that exists.
I bet you back then he would never think he would have a match with Bad Bunny.
I know, right? It's like when was I ever gonna like think that was gonna happen in my life? I don't know.
When they first teamed them up, they were like, "Oh, we want to team you up with this Bad Bunny." He's like, "You can't do that. You can't steal someone's name." No, no, no.
Like,
We have a singer. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's like, "Of course I've heard of him. I'm Puerto Rican."
he's like, bruh, of course, duh.
Duh. All right, let me talk about let me see. What type of match would you want to be in, gimmick match that you haven't been in?
A gimmick match.
Yes, and then we'll wrap up.
Yeah. So when you say gimmick match, are you saying like with objects and stuff?
Yeah, any type of match. Cage match.
A cage match. A cage match. A cage match. I have not
right off the bat.
I have not been in one yet. I have had the privilege and the pleasure of being in a ladder match, and that was amazing. And then I've just 2 weeks ago had the absolute joy and pleasure of being in a chairs match, and that was insane. That honestly was, I think, those times when you think like, I just earned a stripe, like I just did that, and you feel like you went from here and you took a step up. So when I did the ladder match, I feel like that was the first time where I was like, oh wow, like cool, like I just did that, like that was amazing. I felt amazing, and I felt like I did what I needed to do that match. I felt like I earned some respect. And then for the chairs match, I felt the exact same feeling. Like, and the ladder match was last year, I think, and so the chairs match was just 2 weeks ago at Chicago Style Wrestling against Chris Miller, my all-time rival. I hate that dude, but I also love that dude. So but it's like I felt like I earned my stripe with that match. Like I felt like I earned some respect with that match, and it was an incredible feeling. And so a cage match, oh my god, like that would be insane. Like I know some folks who have had cage matches before, and I've seen some obviously cage matches, and I'm just like, damn, like again, that's just like another level of respect. And I feel like that's a big thing in this business, right? Like earning the respect, at least for me. That's a huge thing, because I'm new, and I remember it took me so long to call myself a pro wrestler. I didn't want to, because I'm like, I don't know, like I don't want to disrespect that name of a pro wrestler. Like I want to know that when I call myself a pro wrestler, I earned it, and I don't want there to be any doubt of me being a pro wrestler. So I would just call myself like a newbie or whatever. And then finally one day, like someone was like, "You're a pro wrestler, period." And I'm like, "Yeah, right." And I was like, "All right, fine, I'm a pro wrestler." Awesome. So a cage match would definitely earn me like kind of like that next step. I think another stripe for sure.
Awesome. All right, last question. What does the next 6 months look like for Lili? What do you hope to gain this last couple of months?
I have big dreams. I have big goals. One of them is my goal and my dream is to be signed. I would love to be signed. And if I can speak that into existence, I would love to be signed in the next 6 months. Like, there you go. You're like, so be it, Okay. I would love to face my bucket list of people, including the ones that I already talked about. But including Julia, including Stephanie Vaquer, including
she's killing it as well.
Alex Windsor. So many like really great women, not just like, even women who are not necessarily like on the big screen, like, but in the indies who have been absolutely killing it.
There's a lot.
There's so many. There's so many.
There really is.
There's a ton, and it's like, it's really fun to go to the shows and to meet them and to connect with them and stuff. But being able to work like my bucket list of women pro wrestlers would be incredible within the next 6 months. And another thing is to work internationally. That would be also such an amazing thing. And with my man, that would be even better, because like I feel like, since he's the one who like basically inspired me to pro wrestle, like he never once in his life said, "You should wrestle," so whatever. Like, no, never ever. It just kind of me nació. It was just born like out of me, And so to be able to travel with him now, like going to shows now and traveling the 6-7 hours or whatever, and then to be able to work internationally with him, oh my God, that would be another huge dream. Like just to be able to watch him do his thing and then have him watch me do my thing and then us succeed together would be incredible. So
Oh man,
definitely the top 3 things on my next 6 months bucket list.
the traveling is a killer, man.
Yeah, that too. We'd
I
love to
just
get put on
traveled.
that.
I just traveled all weekend. It was really rough.
Yeah, I know. The driving is, oh my
It's
God.
tough.
But it's so funny because it's like, it's like when it's like 6 hours and under, it's like, oh, okay, that's good. And it's
Right.
like 6 hours and over, it's like, oh, damn. But it's like when it's like 1 or 2 hours, it's like, hey, that's a short ride,
Right. When it's under 2 hours, it's a short ride, right?
Like, easy ride. We'll get there quick.
It's tough when you hit traffic. Oh my God.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh,
And then when you kind of
terrible.
get to a show like
I
on
hate
time
it.
and you're like, oh
Hate
my
it.
God, there's so much traffic. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Hate it. Last comment. Actually, no. Second to last comment. I think you versus Chris Stanley would be a great match.
Ooh, yeah. I've seen her stuff, and I think she's wrestled at AAW, which is out of Chicago. And I've seen some of her matches with Sami Callihan. I think she had a match with Sami Callihan. It was intense. She's such an athlete. She's such powerful athlete. And yeah, for sure. Her Mercedes Monet too. That's another one I would love to work. But both of those women are crazy. They're great.
Crazy. Couple more names for you. Tiffany Avatar, who's the Cotton Candy Princess. Kai McKenna, who's up in Maryland.
Yes. I've met Kaya. Kaya's
Yeah,
awesome.
she's awesome.
I
She
enjoy,
really is.
chatting with her and stuff. I've seen her like in a lot of places, and she's been doing her thing. So I think she had an injury as well, and she just
did.
came back from her injury,
She did.
and she's working again. And it's
Yes.
really great to be able to cheer on like your fellow people, your fellow pro wrestlers and stuff, especially coming out of injury, because it sucks when that happens.
Tough.
But yeah, exactly, it's tough, but it's like part of what we do, unfortunately. But there's ways to protect ourselves and stuff like that. But
Sometimes things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes things happen. That's right. So I'm really happy to see her back doing her thing for sure.
Me too. Now, Robert missed the beginning of the episode. He wants to know if you're going to be on at Philly.
What did he say?
Robert, yes, she's going to be in Philly for NWA. Yes.
That's why I'm here. Sheesh.
And
if you're in Philly, get your tickets so we can meet and we can take some pictures.
get your tickets this Saturday, NWA 76. Go to NWALiveEvents.com to get your tickets. You could also catch Power on the CW app every Tuesday. Make sure you catch that. Make sure you follow Lili over here. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much, Papa.
Hopefully after the weekend we'll see you versus Kenzie. Maybe.
Amen to that. We're hoping and we're praying, baby. So
I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.
Oh man, I got more guests coming up this week, Lili. Let me just fill you in real quick.
Yeah,
we got the one and only Alex Taylor.
Oh my gosh.
Coming up. That's going to be great.
Amazing.
Adriana Mosley on Friday, who's going to also be in that Burke Invitational with you.
Ooh, yes.
And my next guest coming up in about 20 minutes, Misty Marks.
Ooh. I have not had the pleasure of meeting her, but I am excited too.
I think she's going to say that she's going to take it on.
I know, right? Oh my God. Nuh-uh. We can't let that happen.
We can't let that happen. Lili, hold on for a minute. Everybody else, I'll see you back soon.